His Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., esteemed members of the Cabinet, our development partners, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, we gather to mark an important milestone in our public financial management reform journey and to reaffirm a fundamental principle of good governance, that public resources must always be managed responsibly, transparently, and in the best interest of the Filipino people. Allow me first to express our deepest gratitude to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. for his steadfast support of reforms that strengthen institutions, modernize government systems, and improve public service delivery. The milestones we celebrate today reflects the administration's continuing commitment to open government, fiscal responsibility, and accountable governance. Under the President's leadership, we have pursued reforms that seek to ensure that public funds are managed prudently, government processes become more efficient, and citizens are given greater visibility into how public resources are utilized. These efforts are essential not only to improving government performance, but also to strengthening public trust and protecting the integrity of public spending. The Philippine Public Financial Management Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update reflects our collective commitment to building stronger institutions that manage public resources effectively. It recognizes that good governance does not happen by accident. It requires sound systems, clear rules, capable institutions, and the resolve to continuously improve. At its core, public financial management is about ensuring that every peso entrusted by the Filipino people is used wisely, responsibly, and for its intended purpose. It is about making sure that public funds translate into better schools, better healthcare, better infrastructure, and better opportunities for every Filipino. The same commitment to transparency and accountability is embodied in another milestone we launched today, the DBM Compass, or the Centralized Open Monitoring Platform for Appropriations and Spending Statistics. For many years, Filipinos have asked a simple question: saan napupunta ang pondo ng bayan? Today, we take another important step toward providing that answer. By making budget information more accessible, understandable, and easier to track, we empower citizens to become active partners in governance. Transparency is among the strongest safeguards against corruption. When information is open, accountability becomes stronger. When government actions can be seen and scrutinized, public resources are better protected, and public trust is reinforced. Today's ceremonial endorsement is therefore more than a launch. It is a reaffirmation of our commitment to build a government that is open, accountable, and worthy of the trust of the Filipino people. On behalf of the Department of Budget and Management and the Public Financial Management Committee, I extend my sincere appreciation to our partner agencies, oversight institutions, development partners, especially the Asian Development Bank, and all stakeholders whose dedication and collaboration has made these milestones possible. Under the leadership of the President, I am confident that we will continue strengthening our institutions, deepening public trust, and building a government that works faster, better, and more effectively for every Filipino. Maraming salamat po mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas at ang sambayanang Pilipino.
Thank you, Secretary De Leon. Now, may we invite you all to direct your attention to the screen for the short audio-visual presentations on the PFM Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update and the DBM Compass.
The Philippines continues to strengthen its public financial management system, building institutions that are more transparent, accountable, and responsive to the needs of its people. Our progress is becoming increasingly visible. In the 2025 Open Budget Survey, the Philippines further improved its transparency performance and maintained its position as one of the global leaders in budget transparency and public participation. The 2025 Public Expenditure and Financial Accountability Assessment highlighted important gains in budget reliability, transparency, accounting, and reporting over the past 3 years. These achievements reflect years of collaboration among government institutions, development partners, civil society organizations, local government units, and reform champions across the country. Today, the government takes the next decisive step, accelerating the momentum of PFM reforms through the Philippine PFM Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update, guided by evidence, implementation experience, and extensive consultations across government and stakeholders. This strategic document highlights 18 priority interventions spread across 11 strategic focus areas. By 2028, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s administration is set to strengthen the link between planning, budgeting, and public investment management, ensuring that government priorities are translated into programs and investments that deliver results. Improve cash management, strengthen asset management, and reinforce accounting, auditing, and internal control systems across government. Harmonize the institutional framework and curriculum for PFM capacity development, and accelerate digital transformation through the continued rollout of the Budget and Treasury Management System and the establishment of a unified PFM data architecture. Strengthen the country's policy and legal foundations through the enactment of the Philippine Budgeting Code and the modernization of the Government Auditing Code. Advance the implementation of the new Government Procurement Act. Strengthen disaster-related procurement governance. Support the devolution of functions to local governments and enhance monitoring and evaluation systems across government. Strengthen budgeting processes, accounting controls, citizen participation in audit, and capacity development for reform delivery. Turning this roadmap into results will require coordinated action across government. Development partners also stand with us in this effort. The public will be engaged as our partner in monitoring progress as we share updates through the online monitoring and reporting tool. 3 years since the issuance of Executive Order No. 29, the PFM Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update represents the government's renewed commitment to advancing reforms. The updated roadmap serves as a shared agenda for government institutions, development partners, and stakeholders to sustain reform momentum and translate commitments into better outcomes for every Filipino as we achieve a bagong Pilipinas.
Trillions of funds, hundreds of agencies. One question every Filipino deserves an answer to. Where does my money go? Good governance begins with a clear view. But clarity only matters when everyone can understand what they are seeing.
That is why the Department of Budget and Management built the DBM Compass, or the Centralized Open Monitoring Platform for Appropriations and Spending Statistics. For every Filipino who has ever paid a tax, filed a return, or wondered what the government does with what it collects.
For the first time, anyone can follow public money through every step of its journey, from the budget approved by law to what was released to government agencies, committed for specific expenses, and actually paid out. No spreadsheet. No technical background. No barriers. Search your region and see how much reached your community. Check your department and trace releases down to the specific agency, office, and document. Explore charts that show which departments received the most, when the money moved, and how quickly it was put to use. Over 114,590 individual releases. Trillions of funds, all in one place, all in plain view. Every peso has a paper trail, and now every Filipino can follow it. Updated regularly with the latest data from the DBM, so the picture you see today is always current. Under the directive of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and the leadership of DBM Acting Secretary Kim Robert C. De Leon, the Department of Budget and Management continues to use technology and data to make government more open, more accountable, and more responsive to the people it was built to serve. Because transparency is not just a policy, it is a promise. And this portal is how we keep it. Visit the DBM Compass today. Search your region, check your department, follow your peso.
A warm round of applause. To deliver the message of support from our development partners, may we invite Asian Development Bank President Masato Kanda.
Your Excellency, President Marcos, distinguished public financial management principals, honorable secretaries, and distinguished partners. It is a great honor to join you in Malacañang Pass for the ceremonial endorsement of the Public Financial Management Reform Roadmap, Midterm Update, and Reform Action Plan, formulated successfully under strong leadership of President Marcos. Yesterday, we launched this initiative at the Asian Development Bank headquarters. Today, on behalf of the broader development community, I reaffirm our unified support for this critical reform agenda. The Philippines has demonstrated remarkable leadership in advancing whole-of-government reform, bringing together over 1,100 practitioners across government and civil society is a powerful testament to national ownership. ADB is honored to serve as a lead development partner for this roadmap. We supported this journey from design to diagnostics. Now we are proud to support its implementation. ADB is really honored today, and strong public financial management is the foundation of effective governance. It ensures public resources are used wisely, services are delivered efficiently, and results reach every Filipino. The Philippine experience offers a compelling model. It shows reform succeed when it government-led, evidence-based, backed by coordinated partnerships. Your journey provides valuable lessons for all of Asia and the Pacific. Development partners are fully committed to this agenda. Together, we bring financing, technical assistance, and global expertise to ensure measurable progress. Your Excellency, today's endorsement is a shared commitment to real and lasting results. This roadmap is a whole of government response to the voices of the people, and we are proud to stand with you to deliver upon its promise. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, President Kanda. We now proceed to the ceremonial endorsement of the Public Financial Management Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update. May we request on stage our Honorable PFM Principals, DBM Acting Secretary Kim Robert De Leon, DICT Secretary Henry Aguda, DepDev Secretary Arsenio Balisacan, COA Chairperson Gamaliel Cordoba. And now, may we call on His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to proceed on stage, and the PFM principals shall officially endorse the PFM Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update to His Excellency. Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to the PFM Committee. May we now request the Economy, Planning and Development Secretary, Arsenio M. Balisacan, to introduce our distinguished speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much to our Economy, Planning and Development Secretary, Arsenio Balisacan. Please. The Budget and Management Secretary, Kim Robert De Leon, and the other members of the Cabinet here present. The Public Financial Management Committee principals, members and resource institutions, Asian Development Bank President Masato Kanda and development partners, my fellow workers in government, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On this occasion, we reaffirm a simple but defining belief of this administration. Public funds belong to the people and must always be spent for their benefit. The Philippines Public Financial Management Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update gives us the framework to put this belief into action by strengthening the systems that ensure that every peso is carefully spent and accounted for. And despite its essentially technical nature, public financial management has a deeply human impact. It determines whether schools are built on time, whether hospitals are equipped, whether farmers and fisherfolk are supported, whether infrastructure projects are completed efficiently, and whether assistance reaches its intended beneficiaries. Yet many of our citizens see government budgets as complex, inaccessible, and removed from their daily lives. This should not be the case. We need to make government budget and spending easily accessible and understandable for any Filipino who has any interest whatsoever in finding out where their money is going. And that is why we continue to build a government that acts with transparency and delivers with discipline and accountability. Since the first endorsement of this roadmap in 2024, we have taken important steps towards these goals. The new Government Procurement Act was enacted to strengthen accountability in public procurement and reduce opportunities for abuse. We also strengthened fiscal management through the Budget and Treasury Management System, or BTMS, which serves as an online ledger where transactions are mapped in real time from purchase to payment. We continue to empower local governments by providing stronger fiscal support through the Local Government Support Fund, or LGSF. This year, we allocated the largest LGSF in our history at 57.87 billion pesos, giving our local governments greater capacity to deliver services and to respond to the needs of their communities. We further improved our evaluation systems for government programs and projects so we can determine if their intended outcomes are indeed achieved. Moreover, we expanded Project 9, which uses satellites to monitor major development government projects, even in the far-flung areas, or the GIDAs. These demonstrate our commitment to enhancing the services we deliver to our citizens by learning from evidence, from data, measuring what works, and ensuring that our programs produce proper results. But reform is not a destination. It is not the end of our efforts, but it is a continuing process. As circumstances evolve, as new challenges emerge, our systems must also become more adaptive. And today, we take another step in that direction with the launch of the DBM Compass, or the Centralized Open Monitoring Platform for Appropriations and Spending Statistics. That's a good mouthful right there. Like a compass that points the way forward, the platform allows our people to see and track where their hard-earned money goes. By making budget and financial information more accessible, understandable, and actionable, we invite citizens to become active partners in governance. Coupled with our efforts to promote transparency, accountability must be integrated into every stage of governance, from planning and budgeting to procurement, implementation, and the eventual evaluation. Every department must align its budgets with national priorities. Every agency must strengthen procurement, reporting, and implementation. Every public office must be prepared to show where the funds went and what they have achieved in improving the lives of every Filipino family. Kung nais natin mapanumbalik ang tiwala ng taong bayan, dapat malinaw, bukas at nakikita ang ating mga ginagawa. Hindi sapat na tama at kumpleto ang ating mga papel. Kailangan nararamdaman din ang budget ng taong bayan. Kailangan na nakikita ng bawat Pilipino na tayo ay responsable dahil walang silbi ang pananagutan kung hindi ito isinasabuhay. So as we move forward, let us carry this work with resolve, integrity, and a shared sense of purpose. By 2028, we must be able to say that government has become more open, more disciplined, more responsive, and more trusted by the Filipino people. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, may we request the President to grant us a photo opportunity. May we call on stage our Honorable PFM Principals, ADB President Kanda, and the delegates from the ADB. Development partners, please stand by. Thank you, President Kanda and ADB delegates. Please remain on stage, PFM principals. Please exit to your right. May we now request our development partners to join our PFM principals. The honorable members of the Cabinet and the PFM Committee Secretariat, please stand by. Thank you, our development partners. please exit to your right. Finally, may we call on our honorable members of the Cabinet and the PFM Committee Secretariat to join the photo opportunity. Thank you, Mr. President, for granting us a photo opportunity. That concludes our program. Again, congratulations to everyone for the successful endorsement of the Public Financial Management Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028 Midterm Update and launch of the DBM Compass. Thank you, Mr. President, for having us.